everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. Wanted to come on and do a video for Virginia. Virginia, I am so happy that you are keeping your channel. Anyway, she had acquired some of these non-disposable diapers recently, but wasn't sure how to use them. My keeper babies wear non-disposables. I don't know. Let me see if... No, you can't see her. I'll have to show in a minute. But first of all, Virginia, if you lay it out and you notice these two rows, we'll just say male and female parts, are female parts, and this row is male. They're poppers. I forget what they're called. So you can attach these here to shorten the diaper, and here to shorten it even more. And I'm going to put this one on Malachi, and I believe he will need it all the way down. It just makes them adjustable so that you can use them, you know, if you had a child who was growing. See, now your diaper is this small. And then this row here is for your sides. So again, based on the chubbiness of your baby's stomach, you could do it out here, you can do it here, you can do it, my arm is probably blocking. So that is your adjustment for their waist. This does have an insert in it. Let me see how chubby it is on him. Some of my babies have the inserts, some don't. Okay, let's see. I actually got this yesterday. I went to a rummage sale and picked up several myself. So see, he's currently got a tan one on, and his kind of has to overlap because he's a narrow body boy. But we'll just put this one on so you can see. And then I have to adjust his tummy plate in there. So he's a newborn size, so that's why I had to go to the lower. And these fit them, you know, till they're out of diapers. So I might have to actually go smaller than this. Let's see. That belly plate tucked in. That should be all right for him. It'll be a little loose, but that'll work. So that, because this is the one you have, I believe you have the one with the two rows. See, this one's a little bit different because this has the poppers all the way across. And you can, if you look on the waistband, it has this so you can overlap. So there are all different kinds. This has, Baby City. Anyway, so that's how it works, Virginia. And I know this is not... something that, you know, needs to be known in the reborn community, but I will quickly show, because I think it was Saida I mentioned it to. I'll do it with him quickly. She was saying something about one of the babies being like colicky and having spit up problems, and I was explaining, you know, just kind of in my comment about how you change a baby's diaper. So on a human baby, most times, especially newborns, after you feed them, they go to the bathroom. And most people change their baby's diaper. You know, you lift their legs and, you know, change their diaper. If you have a baby who tends to spit up or is colicky or something, if you will switch from lifting their legs, because when you lift their legs, you are compressing their entire digestive system, which kind of makes them spit up. Oh, I got to tuck. His little zip ties came out, ladies. I'm going to have to fix those because that'll bug me. Instead, if you would change them like this, not as convenient or as easy, however, it prevents them from having problems. That's a little Nanny 101 tip. Anyway, that was totally not expected, or I would have done it all at once. But I don't know why that popped into my head. So anyway, I told Saida I could show her that, so... that is that. Let me see if I can just bypass one and kind of have it loose, because I don't want it so... There we go. So, there you go, Virginia. I hope that helps. I needed to hold his tummy plate in, so So that's Mr. Malachi in his little fresh new blue diaper. I'm not going to put these on because I'm going to fix his zip ties. So I'll just put that sweet little boy up there so he can get a little tiny bit of a makeover. I wanted to thank everybody for your lovely comments, messages, feedback on my website. I worked very, very hard on it, and I'm very happy with the results. So thank you very much for all the lovely feedback. I do want to show Noelle and Cadence to their mommy because they had a little costume change today. And it was so funny because I wanted to style their hair just a tad. I've already told her this because I sent her photos, but I wanted to send her some photos today. For those of you who've never had a baby of mine on layaway, I do like to send, occasional hellos to the mommy. So I had changed them back into these outfits and wanted to style their hair where the side was, combed down and just the curly in the middle. And this is Noelle, this is Cadence, and Cadence was so funny because I would zhuzh her hair and this one curl just kept going there. So, I would re-zhuzh it and it would come. So she's embracing her inner Elvis today. That's what I told her mommy. Not that it will always be there. It will position differently. I just was that's how it wanted to be today. So we're leaving it. So there they are for their mommy to see. They say, hi, Mommy, hi. And hi. They are so sweet. I tell you, I love looking in their mouths. Their mouths are amazing. So there's Noelle and Cadence. Nobody's been changed. I've been busily painting. Don't want to get tangled up in my lamp here. There's Sweet Harley and Owen. There they are. And yes, somebody else mentioned about them having the same mohair. All 4 of these babies actually have the same hair. I had ordered, when I first started reborning, Susan Nagel was recommended to me. And I immediately ordered a bunch of her mohair. And I had never used it. I had found another supplier that I really, really liked. And I had always intended to use the Susan Nagel mohair on newborns. And so these girls were the first to use it, and I love how it's just a little different texture to what my other hair is, and I love how it rooted. And Owen's is sparser than Cadence and Noelle, and then you have Miss Harley, who has quite thick hair, but it is all from the actual same package of hair that I ordered from Susan Nagel. All the exact same color. It just looks different colors because of the thickness or thinness, in Owen's case, of the amount of hair I used. But it all is actually quite a light brown color. It just happens to look darker because it's more thickly rooted. Did that come out correct? Anyway, so that is the explanation of that mohair. Here's what I was going to show you when I was working on the diaper, because she has one on as well. Hers is pink. I didn't have a diaper cover for that dress, but I need to get one because y'all know how I am. Sorry, Zipporah, for showing your little diaper. And then there's Miss Daddy's girl, Abigail. There are 2 babies on my table right now. They do not have eyes in, and of course they're on drying racks. And if you've never seen my works in progress, because my babies are ethnic babies, the beginning stages are a little bit different than a Caucasian baby, because I have to model and vein them quite darkly. Quite dark. Because otherwise you won't see it. You'll lose all of it. I used to, and I still on occasion, model and vein lighter, and then sometimes have to do it again for a second time later. But, this is an art form in which we grow and develop as artists. And so I have learned that if I do it a bit darker at the beginning, not super dark, but dark enough where I won't have to do it a second time, that is kind of what I do now on my last few babies, and I prefer that. In the beginning, most of my babies had to have, sorry, I'm turning my light. Most of my babies had to have their veins and their mottling done 2 and sometimes 3 times. But I'm learning, how heavy and how not, or how heavy or how light to be on my application of things. We're all growing and developing in all areas of our life. So I will show you quickly who's on my table. We have Saskia and Charlemagne. And I paired them together for a couple reasons. Number one, they're both Bonnie Brown kits. Number two, they are similarly sized. Charlemagne is between a half an inch to an inch taller than Saskia. I will probably not require them to be sold as twins, but I kind of want to see how they turn out and look side by side, if they could pass as twins in the event somebody wanted them to be. But again, they'll probably be sold individually. But I'm finding it very, very fun painting them together. Seeing the differences in Bonnie's development as a sculptress is amazing. Her babies have always been very, very detailed, but certain little things, like for example, Saskia's inner ear is much deeper than Charlemagne's, so I think that's something she improved on. Also, the size of the ears, Saskia has bigger ears than Charlemagne does, but I'm not, they're both look fine on the sculpts that they're on. I'm just comparing the two. So it's fascinating. They both have very thick thighs, which I am absolutely loving. Now, I will have to tell you, now, Charlemagne does have a belly plate there, but I do have to tell you all, though, because they're so large, in order for me to bake them, I have to bake their parts in three separate times. So, for example, Saskia's head and 3 of her limbs fit in one round. In the next round, I'm able to fit Charlemagne's head, 1 leg, and 2 arms, and then the final round is Saskia's other arm, Charlemagne's leg, and Charlemagne's belly plate. Another interesting thing is the vinyl is a bit different. I don't know if you can see the on the ring here, that is the color before I touched it, and then they're drying right now. And then that's, so if you can see the two side by side, they're very different colors, which is interesting as well. The Charlemagne kit, after I had modeled, when I was veining, I realized as I was pouncing my veins that the mottling, some of it was coming off. So I had to stop and rebake her parts. So I am actually baking her parts longer than I normally do. So, for example, after I take out Saskia's 4 components and put in Charlemagne's, I then take them out and cool them. Actually, I should start baking Charlemagne first now that I'm thinking about it. I've only done it a handful of times. They're about ready to go in the oven now from their beginning base tones. They have got, let's see, 5 and 6, 11, 12 layers on right now. They've baked a few times already, but what I have been doing is doing Saskia's 4 pieces, and then the 4 pieces of Charlemagne, and then the mixture at the end. And then once Charlemagne's parts cool, I'm doing a half a bake on them, and that is keeping the paint. So again, it's something, you know, you learn as you paint. But I think from now I'm going to start with Charlemagne's parts so that Saskia can be cooling, and Charlemagne may have already been cooled. Anyway, so for me to do 1 round on all of these pieces of a base skin tone takes almost an hour. So you're looking at a lot of hours of work already, and they're going to, of course, get brown. So anyway, they're a lot of fun. They're big girls. They're going to be a blast to put together. I have some fun ideas for hair and stuff, so we'll see how it all comes out, ladies. But again, thank you for your support, and the weekend is almost over. I hope everybody is having an absolutely fabulous weekend. I have been watching videos today while I've been painting, so hopefully tonight or the latest tomorrow at some point I will go through and leave comments on y'all's videos. Thank you for keeping me company, everybody. Anyway, have an absolutely fabulous evening. I've got a few more things to do around here before I can call my night quits. I've got a load in the dryer that buzzed. I got to go fold. I made some banana bread. It's cooling, so I've got to go package that up to freeze. I don't know why Vijagne looks like she's got this glow. There we go. So yeah, I've got a few things. I've got to make some dinner, Got to bake these baby parts. So everybody have a fabulous evening, and thank you so very much. And all the babies send hugs and blessings to everybody. They say, "Hi, Mommy, we love you." These two say, "Mommy, where are you?" Okay. Have a lovely evening, everybody. Bye-bye.